flying upside down. Oops. My bad. Alright, this is flying upside down with the biplane of MX Vs ATV Unleashed. Oh, I clipped that tree. That totally stunk. See, the second you go upside down, all your controls are completely backwards. So, like, going forward, you have to push down. And vice versa, etc. And then as you're going down, and you want to come back up, you got to push, instead of normally you'd be pushing down or pulling your throttle down, you want to be pushing your throttle back up, because otherwise you'll go right into the ground. Oh, I just barely made that. Sorry about that, I was fixing my camera. But anyway, that's how basically stunt flying with this game already. I mean, that was like 10 feet off the ground right there when I did that. So I can get even closer. No. Yeah, you gotta turn your rotors and you gotta be turning as well while you're angling down and trying to lift up. That was a little bit turned, but that was almost 4 feet for that one. See if I can do a nose. I was saying nosedive, but not into a tree. Just trying to see if that would work. Trying to mess around with the tail rotor and shit. See, even though this is maneuverable, it's not that maneuverable. That's why I like playing this game with the helicopters, because they're just so much easier to deal with. And also, the second you turn upside down, every control is upside down as well. It's backwards. So instead of pulling down for your throttle, you're pushing up on the control. And then when you want to go back down, it's vice versa. I thought I could land that one. If this had just a little bit more airspeed to it and more realisticness, it would have actually been able to do that. Alright, here's a couple barrel rolls. Stay and pull out of it. Oh, shoot. I thought I could pull out of that one. These planes in real life are really acrobatic. They really can do, like, all this kinds of stuff easily. See, I got confused real quick on that one because I was trying to turn left and it turned right because it's backwards. I mean, this is just for fun anyways. I don't really care about the crashing and shit, but alright, let's see if I can go straight up. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can do an upside down loop-de-loop. Stupid trees, jeez them. There's the second camera. There's the other one. By the way, in order to turn like that, you have to turn with your standard turning knob, and then you have to use your rotors, your tail rotors, because you otherwise, see what I mean? You get the downdraft for trying to do that without turning with the rotors. I mean, you can change the direction of how you want your angle to be with or without the rotors. But usually more better with the rotors and stuff. I mean, look. See how I'm changing the angle of the turn? Not a complete 90-degree rotation or a 360-degree rotation at a better angle. I thought I could turn past that. See, I just had a whole bunch of tail rotor on that one, and you saw how much of a dive I just had. Alright, low bridge. There we go. But anyways, this is the planes that I was telling people about. This is for MX Vs ATV Unleashed for regular Xbox. See, it has more rotor on that one. The more rotor you have and the less turn you have, the more dive you have right there. Alright, I'll try it a little bit more with a little bit less rotor. Oh, I almost lost it there on that one. Forget that, yeah. The second you start to do this, you really do get confused with the directions and stuff, because everything is backwards. Shouldn't be past the farthest distance you can go before you blow up like that. See, also when you're in a negative dive like that, you really can't do too much either once you have liftoff. Another thing too, the plane is very touchy for the controls. The second you turn just a little bit, you're turning. It doesn't take too much. But coming out of a negative dive like that, you really have to have a lot of right side up backwards controls, like with a snap really fast. You gotta give yourself enough room to be able to pull out of it. Alright, that was with full that was with a little bit less turn, but with full flaps. See how I got flaps on right now? It doesn't just change your direction, it does change your direction of your tail for your plane, but it doesn't just change that, it changes your whole direction. Whether you want the tail to be down or pointed, or help you turn, or just to catch the wind drift a little bit. See what I mean? Didn't you see the difference about how much you're turning? I mean, you see how I started turning like that? Yeah, that was all from the tail. See? You can tell. It doesn't just change the direction of your plane. It changes the whole dynamics of the plane.